Hey, DOT community, this is Zalon coming at you with a Halloween season event, The Fallen video. Because I'm telling you, and dev blog post, because we have not gotten a lot of information very much at all, except for the blog post today and what we've seen in the current info screens in the available events for the Fallen and for the Halloween season, which is pretty much what it is. So, DOT community, I am here to go over everything as much as I possibly can in this, and we're going to say this like vintage, quick video, which means strap in for about 20-25 minutes, and we will cover everything. So, here we go. So with the Halloween event, this year we are actually collecting the bone dregs. Now I hope you've been checking the bone altar, which is in the divine altar section, not the regular altar section, and it refreshes every 6 hours, which is actually faster than the regular bonus altar that we have. So 4 times a day, it's possible to pick up one of these bone dregs, and we'll go over exactly how you're going to use them, and the best way to use them, in my opinion, and that would be for the Titans that are guaranteed right here for 75. Now, we were told that the bone dregs, besides from the altar, that we can get them every 6 hours. You can also get them in events, and they are in the current event that is going on right now, and also from the castle quests, and we'll take a look at them as well. So in a little bit. But here we have Hell, Hades, and Almorand. Out of those 3, my personal opinion, Almorand is the best choice. Hell has been overshadowed. Hades as using Grenadiers. So, again, not as popular of a summoner as using a lot of the other different types of troops. So, here we go. With the Terrifying Altar, we have a chance to get 5 Haunting rewards using 25 Bone Dregs. Now, some of these relics are going to be one of them is going to be a guaranteed 4-star. Some of these relics are going to be pretty sweet if you don't have some of the quote-unquote Calverax relics, which is the far right. That is the skeleton ring, which is a really good one of the 3 Calverax relics because it's got the health and the armor skills along with the 3 raised dead spells. But because I know some of the newer players are lacking some of those relics now, some of them are in the current event, so keep that in mind that you may figure besides from the ones in this current event, there will be other of these, I guess you would call them some of them, well, some void, but also raised dead skeleton relics that are going to be throughout the rest of the actual Halloween season, because there is other events coming up that may have them in milestones and in lower milestones, because the newer relics, whatever new ones they do come out with, will be at the end. So just keep this all in mind. So that's why I would say that it's better choices to go with actually saving up and grabbing a Titan. And Almorand is really the best choice, and he's so good for doing all sorts of event raiding and conquest raiding and all that fun stuff. So, and if you've watched my previous live streams, I use him quite often, whenever possible. Let's see, and of course, there is Banner of the Void, Curse Vial, which is really good. Skeleton Ring, which I said was already good. Bone Sword's good. Bone Marrow Belt, they're all good relics. So, but the 3-star Void Titans and the other Haunting relics, you might be getting some other garbage in there that you're going to say, oh man, I wasted my 25 bone dregs, But if you have more than 75, I would say, and you're reaching towards like 100, if that's possible. We don't really know exactly how many in total they're going to be releasing in the next events. And also, these castle quests, as long as they reset each week, like they said, hopefully we're going to have enough to be able to get more than just 175. 175, I don't want to say, it makes it sound like it's 175, but 175 Bone Dreg Titan. And then, of course, I want to tell you right now, the scary altar is scary. Don't even go near it. All the things that they just listed right here, Golden Axe, Void Ring, Shadow Bow, Bone Sword, Bone Marrow Belt, are all battle drops. The 3-star versions. So, and that's pretty much what you can be expecting here. I would not suggest using this, except if you have extra. If you have 80 bone dregs at the end of the event, if that's possible, then, all right, fine. You might as well use those 5 because they're not going to be useful after this. But I would not be stacking, 50 bone dregs and doing 10 pulls at the scary altar. I'm just not suggesting it. All right, so that covers what's going on for the Halloween season overall, because still got another 2 weeks and 3 days left in this entire event for the Halloween season, which I really like this, and I hope they do this again for like Christmas time as well, where they do like a whole seasonal thing for multiple weeks, because we know we have Titans that are also in those types of events, so that's why they're reusing some of the Halloween Titans from last year for this overall Halloween event, and then with the current event, there we go. We got some spooky background right there because our castles have been decorated again for Halloween. Pretty cool. Got pumpkins everywhere and stuff like that, and all sorts of crazy skulls and bones and stuff like that in the backdrop. So pretty cool. But with that all said, with the current event right now that's going on, like I was mentioning, Old Titans, we have the actual Asteroth and Calverax, and they are reskilled. But we're going to go over that when we talk about what's in the blog post. So here we go. The upcoming event schedule is as follows. The current Calverax Asteroth Alliance War event, Hallows Eve, is right now. And we'll go over what's included in that with the new skilled Titans here momentarily. And then here we're going to get some predictions out. Undead Theaters of War. I believe they're just gonna pick some of the Halloween Titans and then throw them in, and we're gonna have to go up against them. Hopefully we have something really good when it comes down to the relics that they want to choose. Again, this is another reason why I mentioned to not get too excited about using the 25 Bone Drag Altar, because there will be events like Theaters of War that could easily be giving out 4-star versions of certain Halloween relics that we may just say, oh, okay, well, why did I waste them on that instead of saving up for a Titan? Like Almorand. Construction Frenzy, not excited about that. And then Alliance War event on Thursday of next week. So this is where the developers on the previous live stream mentioned that is going to be an event where we are going for new Halloween Titans. So I'm thinking we may see 1, possibly 2 new ones, because they're using all the other ones already currently in the overall Halloween event, the 3 from last year, and then also they're using the 2 from 2 years ago in the current event. So I'm thinking 2 new ones next week. So we'll see what they are, but I think maybe we might see let's see, since we're getting a Ranger and Paladin now, we might see like a Guardian, or maybe a Berserker. Oh, we'll see what happens. Some of the classes that we haven't seen new Titans for a little bit. Or at least for Halloween Titans, that is. Maybe an Infiltrator. So, and then the Relic Solo War event, another possible, maybe 1 new Halloween relic will be released for that. And then, of course, I believe a slew of all the ones that we're constantly be seeing, like the Cursed Hammer, which I could use one, Cursed Dagger, which is actually currently in this event that we're playing right now. So I'm really happy to be grabbing that. So a lot of the ones that I'm missing, just a few, those 2 specifically, I have the mask. I'm getting them in the events. So even in the Relic Solo War event, it's very possible that we might see some more Horde and also Raised Dead Skeleton relics in there. And then, of course, Troopcraft. Maybe that's for Horde. Maybe. And then the Halloween Alliance War event, which, of course, I believe is going to be the Horde Summoner. But we'll see. We'll see. I think it's the Horde Summoner, though, coming out for Halloween. They're talking about the new update. I guess we'll just talk about that real quick. Relic forging now allows up for 12 relics per forge. New adventures coming soon for the Adventurers Guild. Improvements to Titans walking in circles. Halloween and holiday season Titans and relics, of course. Bug fixes, including a fix for relic effects not applying to certain garrison battles, which of course is something everybody's been wanting for a while now, since it's been brought up. But here we go. Asteroth's new skill set, with Goliath All Elemental Resist, and then Goliath Void and Fire Resist, Goliath Lightning and Earth Resist, which when you stack that with the All Elemental Resist, you're looking at 79%. So that is pretty insane on those 4 of the 6 elements. So all you're missing in this setup, of course, is physical and ice. But, as the note says at the bottom, the second elemental resist on skill 2 and 3 is not fixed. So, you could be getting, instead of fire on the second skill, you could be getting ice. Or instead of earth on the bottom, you could be getting physical. So, they're all in the mix. But it's pretty sweet. And the Titan and Goliath health, and then Titan and Goliath armor, those both X skills, I mean, that was pretty much the only other option for these Asteroth and Calverax, was just throwing X skills on them. I did mention that before on a previous stream or two about Calverax getting X skills, but I guess I didn't think about Asteroth, but yeah, there they are. So, and doing the whole Goliath elemental resist at the top was a good choice as well, because that fits a bit more into the meta, where people do have at least one set of all elemental resist relics between the specifically the Lubu's Crown and the Calabash and all and such. I don't want to list them all off here. Don't want to bore everybody. All right, here we got Calverax's new skills with, of course, these are all fixed, which, of course, Raised Dead All Elemental Resist is, again, at the top for 40%. So if you do stack a few other relics like that on there, then there you go. All your skeletons have elemental resist. Let's see. It does negate a little bit of that. The 2 Calverax relics right now that give you pretty much 90% poison resist, and they so there is that to keep in mind. But if you do have some of the other Raised Dead Skeleton relics, like Cursed Dagger or the Hammer, then that might work out well as well. Or you could use the Mask, but just a little different relic setup just because of that first skill now. Also, you do have fixed Imperial skills for defense, which is super sweet. We needed that hardcore because Imperials were pointless with Calverax, which does make you think that your Raised Dead Skeletons should be all offensive, being that you do have Imperials possibly being your defense. But at the same time, your Raised Dead, I mean, you could bring in all Imperials and then just have your Raised Dead spells through the roof. That'd be pretty insane, because otherwise, before, it was Maidens and Skeletons. So, let me know what you think about this in the comments. But I do like the new Calverax skills with the damage and the health. Obviously, it gives you massive damage right there, because I have 2 damage skills on my original Calverax, and they don't equal 225. So that's pretty insane just for one skill. And then there's this new Cursed Axe that came out with Goliath Armor, Goliath Health, and Goliath Ranged Resist. This is pretty much one of the only, this along with, I think, Urkon's Paint, War Paint, are the relics that they threw in for Asteroth at the end. But, yeah, we'll see how incredibly popular this is or not. We're going to go through the milestones real quick in the current event and take a look at that to finish out this video. And I'm quite excited for this event. Oh, gosh. D's messaging me. I'm in trouble. DOT community. All right, here we go. So the 4th token is actually bumped up to... The 3rd token is still at 2,000, which is good. But 4th token got bumped up to 5,500, which is going to be a little rough if you're just doing straight grind. And when it comes down to the actual bonuses, we do want to actually... Sorry, we'll go back actually and take a look at that. We already talked about the relics and everything else that are in this, but the actual boost Titans are Magnetar, Asteroth, and Calverax. So if you're not a player that's been around when Asteroth and Calverax have been available, then you better have a brand new Magnetar to take in, and that will give you a 1.4 boost. Otherwise, you better bust out some Paladins, and the people, mostly people, when it comes down to Paladins, would tell you that they have something like a Krothos, pretty much, or not Krothos. Who am I thinking? Kronos. Pretty much. Kronos. I see I have a 27 Asteroth right there. Like a Kronos or maybe a Sobek might be your choice to take in for grinding in this event, just to get a 1.3 boost. Myself, I'm taking Calverax in, and here's a quick look at old Calverax skills. So like I said, I can't get 225 damage even on two skills, and then the critical at the bottom. So way better skills, but I'll probably just try to max out this Calverax right here in this event just to get a 1.4 boost, because he's still super fun to play with, even though I'll get a new one basically. But yeah, besides from that though, if you're not interested in this event, you want to save up for next week's event, 2000s where you should be, maybe 2250, get another bone dreg. That's not a bad thing, because you do want to be able to save them up to be able to do to at least pull a Titan at 75. Hopefully, DOT community. I hope everybody gets the opportunity to be able to get one, as long as you are actively collecting them. Let's just say that when it comes down to your castle quests and your and the altar. Besides from that, Ancestral Heart's in this event, which is good, 3-star. If you don't have one, for 3-star ones are just as good. They give you one spell, but instead of 3. But when it comes down to, if you don't have enough raised dead skeleton relics to fill out a whole 6 slots on like a new Calverax or something like that, having an Ancestral Heart is not going to be a bad thing. Same thing with Skeleton Ring, but this is the 4-star version, and it's great. It's got the health and armor there, because just you want those skeletons a lot of times if you're using maidens with them, you want them to be the front and taking the brunt of all the hits, especially when you're attacking up against a lot of ranged units, because a lot of times you're dropping those skellies in all the ranged units. Blood Vial. Actually, I didn't even look at that. But yeah, we do have Blood Vial in this one as well, which is nice. It's going to give you 3 raised dead skeletons spells as well. Calverax 11,000. For players that don't have him, highly suggest grabbing Calverax at 11k. He's really good. And with these new skills, I believe he'll be even better to play with. So, as the original summoner, but because of his relics, not because of him, Calverax still is king, especially during Halloween. Cursed Dagger, great relic, definitely a grab, because you get that skeleton critical and more health and damage. So, all great skills for skeletons. Ancestral Heart, 4-star. This is one of the original Calverax relics, and of course has all the offensive skills of armor, piercing, and damage. Asteroth at 16k. Urkon's Warpaint. Yeah, armor, health, and Titan health. Okay. Not going to say it's top tier, but it's okay. And that Curse stacks at 19k. Let me know if you think this is worth grinding for. Goliath's armor and health again, but then also range resist. Because range resist isn't bad if you can get it maxed out. Keep those maidens and grenadiers from taking out your Goliaths. Especially those maidens. Alright, DOT community. We're going to hope to get a second Asteroth here in top 50, because that's pretty much where the cutoff is. Cursed Mask is chilling in the 51 to 100 slot. Raised dead with physical, fire, and lightning resist. It's not horrible, especially with the way the new Calverax is set up. So, could play around with that. We'll see exactly how it is in the weeks to follow the event. But other than that, let's just check those castle quests. I do have a few of them, like Relics Forged and Capture and Raids. So I'm going to try to get all these finished before the end of this event is over, because I believe they're going to refresh on Monday of next week, and we're going to have a whole new set. And let me know if you have different ones. I believe that there's a bunch of different ones that are floating around. Like I had another one too. There was something else about fusing titans, and I already did it. So I'm sure other people have other ones, because I believe that there's a mix that everybody's getting. So, all right, DOT community, let me know what you think about this wonderful Halloween season. If you're having fun, if you like it, and what you're looking forward to in the coming weeks. And I will talk to you all again very soon.